Okay, perfect. Okay. And let me mute. Perfect. All right, for those who are just joining in here, if you have dumbbells and you want to use those, you can go ahead and grab them. But if not, just follow along with all the movements. I can still make it hard. Perfect. All right, so let's start by planting the feet on the ground here. Sit up nice and tall, palms facing the ceiling. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Relax those neck muscles, relax the shoulders, and just let those arms fall to your side with your exhale. Inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, arms down by your side. We'll do that a couple times. Inhale. And exhale. One more. In. And out. This time, you'll take a deep breath in. You're gonna bring your arms backwards, pop your chest forward. Inhale. Exhale, bring your arms together in front. Kind of like you're flapping your wings. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. And you can start to move that upper spine as well. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. All right, now let's reach overhead. So you're going to inhale as you reach, feeling a nice stretch through the side of your body. Exhale, return. Inhale on the other side. Exhale, come back. In and out. Breathe in. Now let's do that one more time on each side. Really think of opening up the rib cage on the stretching side with your inhale. And last time here. And very good. Okay, shake that out. You're gonna sit up nice and tall. Bring the chin back a little bit too, so that your head is resting right on top of your spine. And you're gonna tilt your head over to one side. And this time we're just gonna hold. So if you'd like, you can even take your other hand and place it on top of your head and just pull down gently. Your free hand, you can dangle it by your side, rest it on your lap, or hold on to the underside of your chair. Or if you'd like, you can even take a little dumbbell and hold on and use the weight of the dumbbell to pull you down. So we'll hold this for a little bit of time. All right, we wanna continue to breathe deeply here. Relax some of the jaw muscles, and you're still looking straight ahead. And let's release slowly and switch to the other side. So again, if you'd like, you can hold the dumbbell in the free hand just to anchor your shoulder down, but you don't need to do that. You can just hold on to the underside of your seat or just rest your arm. The big thing is just making sure that your shoulder isn't shrugging. You can even actively think of pushing your shoulder down towards the floor. But we want this to be a gentle stretch. It doesn't have to be very intense. And we're just gonna breathe and hold. Good, let's release slowly. Take your time, come back. Good, wiggle around. Same thing, so we'll go back to the other side. Don't put your hands on your head just yet. So you're just tilting your ear to your shoulder. And now you're going to turn and look in the same direction you're tilting your head towards. So you're trying to elevate your chin and look over. In my case, I'm looking over at the wall. And I don't have to move very much to start to feel the stretch move over into the front of the neck a little bit more. So some of these neck flexors, the muscles that allow you to look down, they bring your chin to your chest. And we're just gonna hold that there. You can play around, just play with some subtle movements and explore how that stretch changes with those movements. And good, slowly return. Take your time as you're exiting these deep, long stretches. Same thing on the other side. So you're looking straight ahead. You'll drop your ear to your shoulder. And then once you settle in there, you're going to tilt and try to look towards the tilting side. So you're elevating your chin, and you'll feel that stretch just transfer over to the front of the neck. So you should still feel it on the side, but you'll feel it more in the front now too. And we're gonna hold that. You might even feel it into the jaw, right? Coming up into the jaw, and then down into the collarbone. And we're breathing deeply. Just holding. And again, you want to try not to shrug your shoulder here, so you can actively think of pushing it down or just keeping it neutral. Very nice. And slowly take your time and exit the stretch. Good. All right. Next, we're going to stretch the muscles in the back of the neck, just below the base of the skull. So you're going to take one hand and place it on your jaw here. This hand is pushing backwards. So you're pushing this in. It's almost like you're trying to make a double chin for yourself here. With your other hand, you're going to come behind your head and you're going to lift the back of your skull up towards the ceiling. So you'll start to feel your chin kind of come closer to your neck as you lift the back of the head up. So you should start to feel that again, just in the back of the neck, the base of the skull. Right, so the hand on your chin is pushing in, the hand on the back of your head is pulling up. And you just want to make sure that you can breathe comfortably through this too, so don't go too hard. Okay, a couple more breaths. Right, you're gonna feel your chin tucking down just a little bit. Often a very tight spot for a lot of individuals. And good. Okay, slowly release, move the head around. All right, next you're going to stack your hands up and pin down on your sternum here. So you're pushing in and down, and we'll elevate the chin towards the ceiling. So feel a nice stretch through your throat. Gentle stretch, and then come back. Right, back and forth. We're just feeling the gentle stretch, holding it for a few seconds, and then returning. Right, pulling down just above just on your breastbone here. You're just pulling that skin down as you lift up. It's almost like if you're trying to shave your neck, you're trying to make this area a little bit more taut. Good. Now we can, instead of coming straight up, you can start to come off on an angle, look up to the corner of the room, and you'll now move your hands in the opposite direction that your chin's moving. So if I'm looking up to the right upper corner of the room, my hands are going to be moving down and to the left, and vice versa. So now I'm going to look up to the left upper corner of the room. So I'm going to pull my hands down and to the right. You can try to keep your jaw closed if possible. Right, back to the other side. And switch. And we'll do one or two more, just straight up. If you can, close your jaw. You can almost think of pouting, right? And that is gonna help lift your chin up even higher. And one more time. Pull the hands down as you lift the chin up. And good. Slowly come back to center. We're going to sit up tall again. And we'll do some gentle head circles just to tie all of those movements together. All right, just try to think of moving smoothly here and slowly. You can keep your eyes open or you can keep them closed. It's up to you. Change directions. And you're still just breathing deeply. Thinking of making yourself nice and tall, really elongating your spine. And one more rotation. Very good. Okay, let's get those hands on the back of your head here. Now you're gonna take a deep breath in and pull the elbows back, popping your chest up. Breathe in, open up. Exhale, relax. Inhale, pull the arms back, pop the chest forward. Exhale, relax. We'll do that a few more times. Inhale. Exhale, relax. One more. Inhale, pull the arms back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and exhale, relax. Good, shake that out. Let's get the arms out to the side like this. And these are called our candy wrappers. So you're twisting your arms in opposite directions. You can imagine that your arms are the ends of a candy wrapper and you're just twisting them. So one arm will roll forward as the other one rolls backwards. And you want to think of initiating the movement from the shoulder joint, because you could just move your wrist here, but that's not going to do as much good for the rotator cuff. So I like to think of having a glass of water resting on top of my shoulders, and I'm trying to dump it out both forward and backwards. Okay, take a little rest there. Now it depends on what kind of chair you have. You might be able to reach back and grab the back legs of your chair. I have a bench, so I can grab onto the back of my bench here, but ultimately you're just trying to reach back and open up your chest, open up your biceps here, and slightly look up. And we're just gonna hold this position. You can think of pushing your fingertips down as well. You can hold this. If you're really flexible, you can even reach all the way back and interlace your fingers and try to straighten out. That's pretty tough to do, but if you're able to do it, go ahead and just make sure that you're not rolling forward like this. You're gonna pop your chest out and try to straighten out your arms. Okay, so we'll just hold that there for a couple seconds. You're thinking of taking nice deep breaths to really expand the anterior, the front side of your rib cage, just underneath your collarbones. And you're holding and breathing. One more big breath in and out. And good, exhale. And just relax there, shake that out. Now let's take one hand, you're gonna reach behind the back, almost like you're trying to scratch your back. If you can reach over top of your head and grab onto the elbow. And you're gonna think of pulling that elbow down so that it can move your hand even further down your back. And we're just gonna hold that there, so it's a tricep stretch. If this is not accessible to you, what you can do instead is just touch your own shoulder and then take your hand from the front and then elevate the arm like this. So you can do that, or you can do this, whichever feels more comfortable. If you want, you can even add a little sideways bend to even open it up further. Good, okay, take your time exiting. Okay, it might be a little limp here, so just get some blood flow back to your arms. Same thing on the other side. So again, you can touch your shoulder like this and then prop your elbow up in front of your face, or reach down your back, reach over top your head, grab the elbow and pull down, and then you can tilt. You don't have to add the tilt, but if you'd like, you can. And take some nice deep breaths. You should feel that into your armpits, right over top of your rib cage, and into your tricep. Good, and let's slowly exit the stretch. Take your time. Let some blood flow return to your fingertips here. Let's just do some shoulder rolls, loosen everything up. Shoulders should be nice and warm by now. Good, and change directions. Very nice, and let's put the palms together. Take a deep breath in, lift the fingertips overhead, exhale, pull back. 3 times, inhale, and exhale, open up, and squeeze those shoulder blades together behind your back. One more time, in, and breathe out. Relax those neck muscles as you come down. Very good, okay. Again, so hands behind the head like this. Take a deep breath in, pull the shoulder blades together, squeeze, open up, and exhale, relax. Inhale, open up. And exhale, relax. Try not to lean back too much. You're gonna try to pop your chest forward and come back down. You can think of almost lifting your sternum to the ceiling, your breastbone to the ceiling. One more time. And come back. Good, shake, shake, shake. Arms out to the side, and we're twisting our candy wrappers. You can see I'm really moving from the shoulder joint here. You can also think of having your arms being pulled apart. So really think of lengthening your arms away from your body. Rotating from side to side. One more time. And good. Okay, shake again. Next, we'll do our extensions. So you're reaching back behind you. You can hold on to the legs of your chair, the back of your chair, or interlace your fingers behind your back and straighten out your arms. Okay, so we're holding, right? You're lifting again your breastbone to the ceiling, just slightly elevating the head. You don't want to tilt the head back completely here, just a gentle elevation of the head. And you're really focusing on your breath. So with each inhale, you're going to think of having your collarbones pull apart. That's all opening up. So with each breath you take, you're using your lungs to really expand the rib cage, especially through the front. Because your ribs attach to your breastbone, right? Your sternum, your ribs attach to the sternum, and there's joints there. We want those joints to be able to move well so that it allows the lungs to expand and contract with each breath we take. And good. Just relax there for a moment. Shake it out. All right, we're gonna do our tricep stretch. So again, reaching either behind the back or just touching your own shoulder. We're elevating the elbow like this, or reaching behind, and then we can add that little lateral bend. So if I'm pulling on my right arm, I'm going to lean to the left side. And you'll feel that all along the side of your body here. Try to look straight ahead. Good. And come back, stack your spine, relax the arm, and we'll switch to the other side. So again, touch the shoulder and lift, or touch the back and pull. So here I'm pulling down on my left elbow, so I'm going to tilt to the right side. I want to try not to be rounded here, so keep your chest proud and look straight ahead. Okay, come back, bring your spine back to this nice aligned position before releasing the arm. We'll do some shoulder rolls. Lots of deep shoulder stretches today, and change directions. Good, palms together. Breathe in, elevate the fingertips towards the ceiling. Pull the arms back. Very good. And two more times. Inhale and exhale. And one more. Inhale. And big stretch back. Very good. Okay, hands on top of the knees like this. You do some seated cat-cow. So you're going to start by rounding out your spine. Slouch in your chair, bring your chin to your chest. We'll just hold that for a second or two. And we'll do the opposite. You're going to lift your chest up. Bring your chin up towards the ceiling. Good. And we're just going to move slowly back and forth between those two positions. If you can also think of tucking your tail underneath you, almost rolling onto your tailbone, right? Like a cowering dog, you're tucking your tail. And then as we lift up, you're gonna be a happy dog. You're lifting your tail up, lifting your sternum up, lifting your chin up. So it really lengthens the front of your body. Round out again, so you're slouching, tucking your tail underneath your hips, pointing your sternum to the ground, pointing your chin towards the ground, and then one more lift here. Lift, lift, lift. And good, come back to center. Let's take one hand, place it on the back of the head. You'll flare the elbow open and then continue to rotate like you're looking over your shoulder. Try not to turn your hips. So your hips are going to be facing forward while you turn your upper body. Come back slowly and switch. So that hand comes down, other hand comes on top. Flare the elbow open and rotate. You might not notice too much movement here, and that's okay. Come back. Flare the elbow open, twist, and you're turning your head as well. And that's going to move your cervical spine, uppermost portion of your spine. And switch one more time here. Nice twist. And come back. Very good. You're going to just slowly reach down towards the outside of one ankle. You might feel a lower back stretch on one side, and then slowly come back up. Take your time here. Right, reach down towards the outside of your ankle. You don't actually have to touch your ankle, and then come back up. We're going to take our time here. Reach down. If you find you can go a little further, you can get your fingertips to the ground. If you're really flexible, you can even try to get your palms to the floor. Right, or if you have really long arms. Okay, reach. Take your time. Let's do that one more time on each side. And push your foot into the ground to help you come back up so that you're not overusing your low back muscles. So try that. If you're reaching towards your left ankle, push your left foot into the ground and vice versa. And very nice. Give yourself a nice big hug, like a really big hug. You're gonna try to reach for your shoulders here. Keep the elbows glued to your torso, and with your elbows, you're going to draw some little circles. So it's really a spinal movement here. You're moving your thoracic spine. See, I'm just drawing a circle here. And it's not just the elbows that are moving. I'm really trying to rotate and point my chest in the direction my elbows are moving. Good. Let's change directions if you'd like. You can switch which arm is resting on top just for some variety and to give your shoulders a little rest. Right? If you really isolate the movement here, you're not going to be moving very much, and that's okay. It's hard to move a rib cage. It's a cage, so it does have some degree of flexibility, but ultimately it's a much harder to move than other parts of your spine. And very nice. Okay. Ooh, shake out the shoulders, wiggle the spine around, and we'll move down into the lower part of the body. So let's start with some high knees. You're gonna lift the knee up and lower down. Lift the knees up and lower. All right, we can start to even open up the stance here too. Maybe we can bring the knees out to the side, widen the stance a bit. All right, bring it back in. And good. Let's go into a wide stance, like a nice sumo stance here. And one leg at a time, you're going to drop the knee in. So you're really rotating from the hip, and then we're going to come back. So try not to turn your torso. You're going to keep your hips pointing forward and really just allow the leg to move. You may feel a stretch through the outside of the hip. If you have pain in your knees, then you don't want to go this far. Just back off of the movement. Right? Drop your leg down and in, and come back. Drop down and in, come back. Let's do that one more time on each side. Drop down and in, return, and Good. Now let's bring the feet together. You're gonna open up to one side, and you can take your hand and even start to push open a little bit and feel a gentle stretch on the inner thighs. Come back, switch to the other side. So you can just let the knee fall open here, but if you'd like, you can take your hand, and I kind of straighten out my arm as stiff arm, and then lean into it to open up the hip further so you could feel that stretch just on the inside into the groin. Here, I straighten out my arm, and I'm leaning in, opening up the hip, and switch. I'm just gonna go back and forth. One more time on each side. Open up the hip, come back, open up the hip, and come back. Okay, let's stick out one leg, point the toes, lock out the knees so you're not bending your knee at all. We're moving from the hip, so you're lifting your legs straight up 5 times. 1, 2, try not to lean back. 3, 4. On this last one, we'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And rest. Try the other side, so point the toes, lock out the knee. We're gonna lift. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one, hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Shake that out. You should really feel your quads working hard here. Let's go into a wide stance. So not so wide that your knees are coming in. We want the knees to be positioned over the ankles. And then once you're there, you're going to take a step out with each foot. So it's just a little bit longer. You can have your arms across your chest. If you find this difficult, you can have your arms resting on your thighs. Lead with the belly button. The belly button's going to come down towards the ground. Keep your back straight. We're hinging from the hips. You should feel a stretch through the groin, the inner thighs, and into the hamstrings. And then you'll push the soles of your feet into the ground to come back up. If you're feeling your low back here, you want to think of using your feet a little bit more, or maybe not coming down as far. There, push the feet into the ground. Let's do that 2 more times. Back straight, nice stretch through the hips, push, come back. If you have any issues with blood pressure changes here, you just want to slow this down or maybe don't go as far. Last one, and push. Very good. Okay, come back in. Those are called seated good mornings. Not sure why. So here, we're lifting up the knee. We're gonna hug it to the chest and lower down. You can also hold from the underside of your leg if that's more comfortable for you. Good. You can start to introduce a little bit of movement through the hip joint here. Just wiggle it around. Good. Switch. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And very nice. Let's open up the stance. All right, proud chest. Drop one knee in, keeping your hips pointing forwards, feeling the stretch on the outside of the hip, and come back. This is called internal rotation of the hip. Your hips have the capacity to rotate because of that ball and socket joint. Right? And the better the hips can rotate, the less your knees have to take that load, or your low back has to take that rotational load. Right? The hips are designed to do this, whereas the knees are not really designed to rotate. They're designed to hinge, so they open and close, but they're really not designed to twist the way that the hips do. So we want to make sure that the hips are functioning well so that the knees don't have to do that. Now let's bring the legs together. You're gonna open up one hip, so now you're letting the knee fall out, and you can just hold it there, or you can take your hand, place it on the inside of your thighs, and just push gently to get just a gentle stretch through the groin, and come back. Switch to the other side. And just be mindful if you're having any pain as you're doing this. Definitely want to back off. Maybe just do the version without the press. All right, we're opening up. Come back. A really great way to work on your hip mobility is to try to sit in a variety of positions. We often sit just like this. We only sit one way, so your hips become adapted to sitting in that one way only. So I encourage you, if you're sitting on your sofa, to try to change the position of your hips. Maybe sit cross-legged if you're able to, one leg in, one leg out, lie down. The more variety you can have, the better. And good. Okay, point your toes, lock out one knee, and we're gonna lift 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one, hold it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax. Long 5 seconds. Okay, point those toes, lock out the knee. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one, and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Shake it out. Widen your stance, so the sumo stance. Step out, arms across your chest. We're hinging from the hips, so try not to round your back. You're leading with your belly button. Good. Push with your feet. So you're pressing the soles of your feet hard into the ground. You should feel the back of your legs really working to bring you back up. Load and press. 2 more times. Take your time with this. I like to breathe in as I go down and then breathe out as I'm coming up. And let's do that one more time. Take your time here. Good strong rep. And press. Very nice. Okay. Now if you have dumbbells, we're just gonna need 1 to start. If you don't have dumbbells, you can even use like a water bottle for this one too. We're gonna start with the arms, one arm overhead. You're gonna bend the elbow, bringing the weight behind your head. Just be mindful, try not to let the weight hover right above your head, just in case. Straighten your arm out. So we're working the tricep, the back of the arms here. Lower down and straighten out. Good. Lower down and straighten out. I sometimes actually like to use other objects outside of dumbbells or weights because they have different grips on them. It's a really great way to train your grip strength. Okay, this is a big, thick grip, so it really forces me to hold on tight. Okay, let's do that 3 more times. Straight, bend the elbows. So see how my upper arm is really glued to the side of my head. Good, and last time. Okay, lower down, you can use your other hand to support and switch to the other side. So, straight overhead. This part of your arm doesn't move, you're just bending from the elbow. 8 times. 1, 2, notice how I go down slowly. Take your time with the descent. 3, 4, breathing. 5, 3 more. Take your time. 6, 7, and 8. And then use your arms to lower it down. And you can use your like a water bottle here. You can curl and press, or you can use your dumbbells. And I'm gonna curl and then press forward. Bring it back, open up. Curl, press, back, and down. And really you can use anything for this. You can use a weighted ball, you can use a yoga block, anything that you can think of lifting up and pushing forward. That's all you really need to think about here. A jug of water, a bag of rice, bag of potatoes. Okay, and now you don't actually have to fully straighten out your arms. If you find it really hurts your shoulders to go all the way up, you can just go part way and then come back to. Let's do that 2 more times. Out and down, curl, press, back and down. Okay, very good. Now we're gonna drop down so that your elbows are resting on your thighs. Okay, if you don't have dumbbells, that's okay. You can still do these movements. So right now I have my palms facing up. All right, and what you're gonna do is we're doing wrist curls. You're gonna let your wrist open up like this, and then we're going to curl. Let the wrist open up and curl. Open. It's a very subtle movement. So notice I'm not bending my elbow at all. I'm curling from just the wrist joint. It's a very small movement here. And what you're doing is you're training your grip strength, you're training your forearms. And we'll do that a couple more times. Open and curl. My elbows don't move at all, they stay static. And one more time. Good. Now we're gonna flip it. So you're gonna go palms down. So you're just rotating, the elbows are still resting on your thighs like this. And you're going to let the weights come down, almost like you're revving a motorcycle. And then you're going to lift up. So it's just the wrist again, so the elbows don't move at all. Curl down and up. Curl down and up. I'm gonna come a little closer so you can see what I'm doing here. So you can see I'm just resting like this. It's just the wrist joint. The wrist goes down, the wrist comes up. Notice my elbow does not move at all. Yeah, good. And you'll know this is working. If you look at your forearms, you should see some muscles moving here. Good. 2 more times. Wrist curl. And very nice. All right, put the weights off to the side. Shake it out. If you want, you can do another set of that as well. But we're gonna move on to strengthening our legs here. So plant your feet on the ground. If you need to use your hands, you can. Let's lean forward and stand up fully. If this is feeling like a really comfortable movement for you, you're getting really strong with it, grab a dumbbell or 2. You can hold that in front of your chest. Make it a little bit harder. Hips go back, bend your knees. Try not to plop. Good. Lean forward, press the soles of your feet into the ground, and come back. 2 more times, breathing. And sit down. This time, when you stand up, we're going to stay standing. Very good. If you need your chair in front of you or be close to a wall, just to have something to support you, please have that close by. All right, feet about hip width apart, slight bend to your knees here. And we're gonna shift the weight from side to side. So you can see I'm starting to elevate my heel on the light side. And then slowly take your time and switch to the other side. So we're just building a little bit of awareness with our feet, building awareness with our balance, side to side. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to get heavier and heavier on one side as you get lighter and lighter on the other. Okay, let's go to the point where you feel like you're challenging your balance. You may need to completely lift up your foot to do this. And we're gonna hold it there for a couple of seconds. Right, you know you're challenged when the ankle is a little wobbly, your toes are firing periodically. That's a good point to stay. And switch. So soft bend in your knee, we're shifting the weight over. Okay, and right about here is where my ankles start to shake. My toes are firing at different rates. So all these little muscles surrounding the ankle and the foot are working hard to keep me upright. Very good. Switch back to the other side. Again, soft bend to the knee. And we're finding that sweet spot where you're a little bit challenged, but not so much that you feel like you're gonna fall over. Good, and switch one more time. Soon enough, you'll notice, oh, your foot's just gonna, the other foot's gonna come right off the ground. But you want to use as much support as you need for now. Right. You might even feel your core working. If you can poke your fingers into the sides, you might feel your obliques fire up. These core muscles are working hard to keep you upright as well. Okay, shake, shake, shake. Now, if you have a chair, I would recommend holding on to that. You're going to shift your weight and lift up the foot completely. You can periodically remove your hands from the chair, or even if you're just holding onto the wall here, you can periodically move your hands from the wall or whatever support you're using to challenge yourself. Very nice and good. Let's switch to the other side. Spread your toes, soft bend to the knee. We're gonna shift the weight first before picking up the foot. And it's best if you can look at something maybe a couple feet in the distance, something that's not moving. Relax the shoulders, take a nice breath. Again, let's switch to the other side. Shift and hold. If this is getting really easy for you, you can start to slowly shift your gaze around the room. Take your time with this though, it's not easy to do, and you don't want to dart your eyes back and forth really quickly. So you're just gonna slowly move your gaze around. Good. And let's switch one more time. Soft bend to the knee, fix your gaze to start, lift the leg. Right, your vision plays a huge role in how you stay upright and how you stay balanced. Very nice. And good, shake it out. We're gonna come up onto the tippy toes a couple times here. You can hold onto the back of your chair if you need it, or you can do this version where you're pushing into a wall. Or you can challenge your balance a little bit further without using any support. When you're coming up onto your toes, try to come up and place most of the weight onto your big toe and your second toe, the one that's right beside it. You want to try not to roll out to the outside edges of your feet. Good. Wide stance here. You can have your toes pointing out on a 45-degree angle. We're gonna start with just the hinge. So you're pulling your butt back, and then we're gonna stand up. Hips go back, and that's our hinge. So now we pull the hips back just a little bit, and then bend. You can imagine you're reaching for like a box between your legs. Press the soles of the feet into the ground to come up. So again, hips go back, bend the legs, and press the soles of the feet. Like we practiced when we were doing that seated good morning. So hips back, bend, breathe out. 3 more times. Hips back, bend the knees back straight, press. 2 more. And final one here. Come down, use your legs, press the feet into the ground. Ooh, very good. Feel free to take a seat if you'd like. Good opportunity to practice your squat again. And we'll do just a little bit of deep breathing here to cool down. So inhale and exhale. If you need to breathe at a faster or slower pace than I'm breathing, you can do that. I'm just breathing at what feels comfortable for myself at this moment. What you're really trying to do is just slow your breathing rate down very incrementally. So I try to take slightly longer exhales each time, slightly longer inhales. By slowing your breathing rate down, you're also going to be slowing your heart rate down and just starting to get your body into that recovery phase. And one more time, breathe in Big exhale. Great work, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. I hope everyone has a great week.